Hey there, Erin Chase from $5 Dinners, and welcome back to another episode. In today's episode, I am going to break down things I never buy at the grocery store and what I do instead. So this actually started like 17 years, more than that, really. Back in 2008, it was what can we cut? What can I replace? What can I do? And the things that I'm gonna share here stuck. Back in 2008, when I got really intense about reducing our grocery budget, I started to look at things that I don't need to buy regularly. What are things that I am buying regularly that I don't need to buy that I can replace? It might take like a small investment of some kind, but that investment will pay essentially dividends, if you will, over time. I'm gonna share some of those here with you today in this Things I Never Buy episode. First, paper towels. I bought a 2-pack. I felt bad buying a 2-pack. I was trying to find a single. I couldn't find one. Definitely didn't want an 8-pack or one of those big packs. So I got 2. The cheapest option that I could get. This is purely for demonstration only. I will probably be putting this back there, and these will not be used forever because they're just not part of my MO in the kitchen and with cleanup. So I don't buy paper towels. Well, okay, what about messes? What about spills? What do you do about that? Yes, I do have another paper option. I buy the big packs of the paper napkins from the warehouse store. These are from Costco. It comes in a 4-pack of this. This 4-pack will last almost the entire year. And that's because we use these for meals and for the occasional really messy, liquidy based sort of cleanup. Like we had a little baked bean spill yesterday. So these were used to kind of scoop up the baked beans because I didn't want chunks of beans essentially on our reusable towels, okay? So instead of paper towels, we have these that we use for meals and sparingly for cleanups. And then we use these. I have lots of these. These are the investment. These are the investment that I mentioned earlier. So yes, you're gonna have to spend a little upfront, but within, let's see, I don't even know how much paper towels cost because I never buy them, but I think this was $2.50. So even this is the cheapest option. So if you're going for a brand name or a bigger pack, $1.25 per roll is gonna be very generous. So within a month or two, you're gonna pay back this. And I've had these for years, literally probably 6, 7, 8, 9 years. And some of them, let me see, oh yeah, this one. They just get kind of raggedy. I think I've had this one for probably 12 or 13 years. These are going strong. If you're curious about the brand, these are just from Williams-Sonoma. Again, a little investment, but you're gonna save money in the long run. Once a year, $12, $13, I think. $0 here, an investment that will last for years. So that is number one. I never buy paper towels. Instead, we use paper napkins sparingly with meals and some cleanups. And then we use these reusable dishcloths for regular cleaning. Next on the things I never buy list, pre-cut fruit. Friend, don't do it. It is such a colossal waste of money. There is a single solo occasion in which I will buy this, and that is if I am like on a road trip of some kind and I need this to be convenient so I can just grab it and eat it on the way to whatever the thing is that we're doing next. That is the only time I ever buy these, well, except for today because, well, I wanted to show them to you for a demonstration. These are easily 3, 4, 5. I think I've even seen up to 10 times the cost of buying them like already pre-cut than doing buying the whole fruit and cutting it yourself. If you don't know how to cut these fruits, I have all the information here on the channel. Go check out some of those videos. I will link some of them below here. We have how to cut a watermelon, how to cut cantaloupe, how to cut mango, how to cut avocado. We have all of those things, so stop buying these pre-cut. The only other scenario in which I buy kind of already pre-prepared fruit is frozen fruit that we use for smoothies. That's a different story. What I'm talking about is buying these. You're paying 3 to 10 times more than you are if you're gonna buy the fruit and cut it yourself. So grab the watermelon, grab the cantaloupe, get them cut, and you will, one, get a whole lot more fruit for less money. Paper towels, pre-cut fruit. Next is gonna be little packets. Little packets like this. Yes, they're super cheap. They're also not the best for you, and they're also really easy to make your own version of. I do have some other videos about these. I will also put those in the description. just make your own. This is my little jar of homemade taco seasoning. I refill it all the time. It's a couple of ingredients you probably already have in your pantry, so you don't have to worry about adding extra things to your list. And if you do, just get a big bottle of it so you can keep making this on repeat here. If I do a larger batch than like this size here, because I'll use this up within a couple of meals, I'll do a bigger container and I'll keep it in the freezer just so that it stays fresh longer. So stop buying these, start making your own. If the only one of these sort of packety type things that I do prefer prepared, I have made it homemade before, especially for like a dip, I do like that. But the ranch, I like a powdered ranch, and if I do, I'm gonna get that in a jar, either from Trader Joe's or the larger container that comes from the warehouse store. But taco seasoning, gravy, all of those other types, sloppy Joe, you can either buy the sauce, make your own homemade, and then you can just keep it in the pantry or the freezer. Okay, the last one is more of a things I don't buy often, but I'm gonna share this with you in large part because I have featured a couple of these recipes in our recent Is It Worth It series, and I just wanted to kind of pull them all together and highlight them here in the things I don't buy very often and what I do instead, because I think this is a really crucial strategy, because I think this is a really easy and crucial strategy for pinching every penny at the grocery store, and that's doing this. Hold on. We're gonna buy the big cases of tomato sauce. You can do tomato paste too, there's a couple different ones. I generally start with tomato sauce because this tomato sauce is the base for things like marinara and sloppy joes and enchilada sauce. So buying like this helps me reduce the cost. The other mix-ins are super simple ingredients that we probably already have in our pantry or fridge. And of course, I will link some of these recipes below. The reason I didn't say I never buy these things is because I do buy marinara. I do buy special flavored sauces. I'll show you a couple examples of that. One of the reasons I like to have a prepared marinara jar here is for when the kids or my husband will make dinner. Spaghetti is often a go-to because they know how to do it. It's really easy. And to have a prepared marinara, they don't have to worry about fussing with the homemade and getting the flavor quite right. So for a marinara sauce, I'll take a can of sauce, sometimes 2 cans of sauces. I actually prefer a sauce and a crushed tomato together. So that is how we can do a marinara. I do buy, again, the pre-jarred and mostly for my family, if they're gonna be cooking spaghetti or pasta bake of some kind, then they can use that. The other reason that I will buy these sauces is like a specialty sort of flavor. So this is an autumn pasta sauce. It's got butternut and pumpkin in it. It's very delicious, and we're all a huge fan of this. And yes, I stock up to last all year. It is not in stores right now. Here's another example. It's a new sauce. It's sun-dried tomato based. Sounds delicious. Can't wait to try it, but I do buy sort of special flavor sauces like that. But for the most part, I am skipping this and making my own using this. And that's one, because I can control the flavor, better ingredients, and I do have an Is It Worth It video for you. I will of course link all of this down below. Recapping, things I never buy. Paper towels. Instead, I have paper napkins to use with meals and with the occasional cleanup. But for the most part, we use reusable dishcloths around here for the majority of our cleaning and drying dishes. Second, pre-cut fruit. Just stop. Unless you're on a road trip, that's the only reason. Just stop, buy it and cut it yourself. Store it in the fridge for a couple days. At our house, we're a bunch of fruitarians around here. We love it, it's gone very quickly. So stop wasting your money on these guys. Packets of sauces, just make your own. It's very easy to do with simple spices that you probably already have in your pantry that you can easily store in the pantry or freezer once you have mixed up the batch. So start skipping these and start making your own. Finally, tomato-based sauces like the Sloppy Joe sauce. Very easy to make your own. I am gonna link all of these recipes here underneath of the video so that you can save them for when you need them. I'm sharing all of this with you so that you can see that there's some easy substitutions and alternatives that you can make for things that you're buying all the time that you can either make for cheaper or make for healthier so that you're not wasting money. We don't think of our food dollars in terms of like in long term. We think of how much are we spending this week? How much are we spending this month? I can tell you that I have saved thousands of dollars over the last 15 years by not buying paper towels, like thousands. So I just want you to be thinking about the things that you're buying often and what you can do to replace them to help save as much as you possibly can.